Every time I watch you slip and turn. Oh, I know you're trying, girl. I get it. I know. Oh, man.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Rants with Jordan. How are you all today? So, today I basically want to talk about just a little video just describing what I want to see in The Sims 4 / The Sims 5. Now, I'm going to make a more comprehensive video on The Sims. Maybe like a video discussing like what packs to buy and like all my problems with The Sims 4, because I have a lot of problems with this game, and I think there are a lot of things in this game that can be upgraded, not upgraded, but like that can be better. Then again, we're 8 or 9 years into this game, and you know, if a quality of life update was going to come, it would have came like years ago. But these are just some things that I want to see in The Sims 4 and 5, because The Sims team has already said that The Sims 4 is going to continue on for another couple of years at least. So I don't think we're getting The Sims 5 until like maybe 2025 at the earliest. Don't talk about how this game went on for a long time, so I don't know. But anyway, these are just a list of things I want to see in The Sims 4 and The Sims 5. And the first thing I want to start off with is I want more types of food and recipes in the game. I really want more recipes in the game. Sorry if I keep looking over here. I have my list on my computer over here. I really want some more kinds of foods in this game. In particularly, I want some more ethnic foods. Like, let's get some African stuff in here. There's no black culture, whether it be black American culture or African culture. There's no black culture in this game. And I think some of the way we could remedy that is by getting some new foods in here. So I want some more recipes and some more foods to cook with, but I also want more types of ways to cook food. So some examples I have on here of some kind of foods I want, like fried chicken, some oysters, just some regular steamed vegetables, and then on ways to cook foods. Let's get some deep fryers and air fryers in this game, which really those should have came with like Dine Out or like any of the like 2 or 3 kitchen packs that we have. But that's a video for another day. But yeah, deep fryers, air fryers, and like toasters. You know, let's give our Sims a reason to use the canning system when it comes to cooking, because I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'll have my Sims make like some blueberry jam, right? And then I'll have my Sim bake some bread. And so I'm thinking, okay, since bread baking and making jam, since bread baking has already been in the game, but like since a lot of these features came with cottage living or are being really integrated into cottage living, you would think that if I have blueberry jam either in my inventory or in the refrigerator, that I could have an option to spread the jam onto like some toast and have my Sim eat it, instead of my Sims eating blueberry jam straight out the box. That don't make no sense to me. We can't spread jam on toast in the game, but we got like 10,000 different recipes in the game. Which, that brings me to another thing with recipes. We need to have a way to organize recipes in this game. We really do. I think that we should have. So here's what I'm thinking. You go into the refrigerator and you click cook or serve or whatever you click in order to get to the recipe menu. And the recipe is broken up into kind of just basically like it looks like a menu of what you would eat at different times a day. So there's a breakfast menu, or breakfast section, a brunch section, a lunch section, a dinner section, a dessert section, and then maybe like a baked goods section, a miscellaneous section, or something like that. Something that can just organize the recipes a bit more. And we can still have it go by skill level. That's fine. But something to just organize the recipes a bit more. The recipes are so all over the place. Like I gotta scroll all the way down past like 70 recipes to find some pancakes. So that's what I want. More types of recipes, more ways to cook things, just small things in this. We don't really need big things in The Sims 4 or to make this game better. Like just adding more ways to cook would be great. Like another thing that I think we could do with food, blenders. Why I want to be able to make smoothies in my game. We have coffee makers, we have a tea machine. Let's get a blender in here. And I think I know Little Simsy was talking about this in one of her streams. Let's get a KitchenAid mixer in this game that you use specifically for baked goods. Oh, why I don't understand why we can't have that. And then also, just I don't understand why we can't have blenders. Like let's make some smoothies. Let's make some milkshakes. Let's make some foods that you don't have to go to a restaurant in order to get the foods. And one thing about the food menu that I don't like is I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but when you go and you cook with a family member, that was added in the game right before College Living came out, I believe. When you go to cook with a family member, I see all these recipes that are just not in the recipe menu when you click on it when you're just cooking with one sim. Like I was looking at the recipe menu because my sim and her kids were trying to cook together, and I saw whole wheat pancakes. And I was like, I've never seen whole wheat pancakes. And maybe I might just be missing something, but like in the regular cooking menu, I've never seen whole wheat pancakes. I don't think pancakes are in the gourmet cooking menu, and it's not in the bake menu for cooking in the game. So where are recipes coming from? And also, there are certain recipes that I only see sometimes when I play my Sims game. Like, for example, the superfood salad, I only see that pop up in my game sometimes. And what's happened recently is that the sim that I created and cast and started out with, she can cook the superfood salad and the coconut carb cake. But her husband, who's a celebrity chef, for some reason when he goes to cook stuff, that doesn't pop up in the menu. I don't understand why. So if anyone knows why that happens, or maybe I'm just doing something weird, then again, I do play on Xbox. I'm trying to get a gaming laptop. I'm going to get one soon. But I play on Xbox, so I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it playing on console. I just spent 10 minutes going on food, and we're not even... We still got like 30 more things left. Okay, so next, we need some more hairstyles that are just for kids. We need some more hairstyles that are just for kids. Somebody on Twitter, and I really wish I had brought it up. I could have made a screenshot, put it in the video, but I don't think I saved it. They made a concept art, or they're making CC of hairstyles that are just for kids. Why is it with the Sims team they are always trying to give adult hairs to kids? No toddler's hair is going down to their back. No toddler's hair is doing that. I don't understand why we have kids with they're just transferring adult hairstyles onto kids. What toddler is going to have a bob with their roots dyed? What is going on with that? Oh, anyway, we need more black hairstyles too. Okay, Sims team, I'm so sorry, but the skin tones weren't enough. We need some more black hairstyles. We need some more black hairstyles. Ooh, hold up. Ooh, we need some more black hairstyles because this is another thing of just not having black culture in the game, like, at all. We have like a few generic afros and like some cornrows and some braids. And my thing is like they lock a lot of ethnic hairstyle, whether it be black hairstyle, whether it be Asian hairstyle, whether it be Latino hairstyle, whether it be hairstyles native to Spain, whether it be hairstyles native to some other countries. They always lock these hairstyles behind packs. Like the only way to get the cornrows with the little gold things in them is to get the glitchy wedding pack. And that just makes no sense to me. That makes no. We need more black hairstyles in the game. Let's Google. Let's maybe hire a black hairstylist to show you all some pictures. But we need some more black hairstyles in the game. Next, we need some normal, just regular, everyday clothes for masculine framed Sims. Masculine framed Sims are pretty much just male Sims, but we're trying to be inclusive over here. But masculine framed Sims, their clothing just fucking sucks because, like, why did it take until like Eco Lifestyle for us to get like a plain white t-shirt? Why did it take until Dream Home Decorator came out, which by the way that pack is also Buggy Guilty Central? Why did it take until Dream Home Decorator came out in order for us to get like a nice pair of jeans? That makes no sense to me. That makes we need some. And then whatever the fuck they did with that modern menswear kit, with them partnering with that fashion brand. Look, I'm glad we're partnering with people to make kits and to make game and expansion packs, to make stuff packs, which bring back stuff packs. I understand, like, wanting to partner with people, but like, all the clothes were ugly. All the clothes, like, we're adding skirts for masculine frame Sims, like, like that. I think that's great. I do. I think that's great. But like, can we just get like a fashion kit that's just like regular clothes for men or masculine frame Sims because the clothing options are horrible. They're even worse for kids. But by the way, kids and toddlers have like no clothing in this game. They don't. They have like no clothing in this game, and it's so much worse for masculine framed kids and toddlers. They have no clothes in this game. Maybe the toddlers may have like 40, 50 items of clothing, and then like the kids maybe have like 70, 80 items of clothing. But like, it's really just not enough. It's really just not enough. So yeah, it's hot in here. Ooh. Okay. Next, we need some more pack refreshes, and we need them now. When they first announced pack refreshes, which looking at my calendar was pretty much almost a year and some change ago, I had a lot of hope because we're going to go back to some old packs and we're going to update them. We're going to make them a bit more modern. Okay, I think that's great. I think that is great. And then the pack they decided to refresh was Spa Day. Which I'm glad we got like face masks, we got like fingernails in an update. We got toenail polish and everything. And that was cool. That was cute. But Spa Day was working perfect, at least to me, for me. Spa Day was working perfectly fine before the refreshes were announced. Like, if we were going to refresh a pack and y'all were going to refresh a game pack, why did no one think to refresh Dine Out? Because Dine Out was one of the first game packs to come out, and it's been like 4 or 5 years, and that pack, not 4 or 5 years, it's been 3 or 4 years, and that pack is like demolished. Like it's broken. Like it's broken. Every single time they claim to fix Dine Out, it's still broken. And I'm just thinking now, well, are they not going to refresh Dine Out because they don't want to, or because they can't? Because we need some pack refreshes for Dine Out. I also think we need a pack refresh for Get Famous. Let's update Del Sol Valley. Let's get some lots on the beach. And let's update the map. Like, the art department in this game is carrying the entire game right now, really. So why don't we just do that? Why don't we just do that? Why don't we update the map, add maybe 4 or 5 lots along the waterfront? You know, maybe fix some of the mansions that are in the game. Update that neighborhood that has like 3 regular sized lots and then 1 giant lot for a mansion. Like, let's do that. Next thing, we need a complete makeup overhaul. We do. The makeup in this game looks so terrible, and it especially looks terrible on black Sims, in particular dark-skinned black Sims, or just dark-skinned Sims in general. Like, dark-skinned Sims, the makeup does not look good. And what's even worse, sometimes the makeup just doesn't show up, which isn't conducive to how makeup works in real life on dark skin. Like, the makeup, so I'll put on a Sims like makeup, give her some like eyeshadow that has like some color to it, and then you won't be able to see anything. But then on like any other skin tone, it's popping. That makes no sense to me. The makeup needs a complete overhaul. It's ugly, it's disgusting. The wedding pack has the best makeup in the entire game. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, sorry y'all, that was my grandma. Okay, so next thing, wait, no, makeup in the game fucking sucks. Next thing is, we need some more activities for kids and teenagers, like expeditiously. You can go to college in The Sims, and you can join a sports team, join an esports team, join clubs and stuff. But you can do the same thing in like college. You can do the same thing in high school and middle school. You know? Like, in this game, you can do the exact same thing. The only activities that are available for kids and teenagers after school wise is drama club and Boy and Girl Scouts, and that doesn't fit into everyone's gameplay. Like only time I've only ever used the Boy and Girl Scouts thing once, and that was cool once, and never used it again. And with the acting thing, you know, I think at least once in every generation, good lord, at least one generation in every legacy family, somebody's going to be an actor. I love the acting career. I love that kind of I think that's a live gig done really well, the acting career. I love doing the acting career. But yeah, kids and teenagers can't do anything, and it's really, really annoying. I want to get into some more stuff like that down the line, because I'm going to talk about like school events and stuff like that. But yeah, we need some more things for kids and teenagers to do. And then we just need some more things for kids and teenagers to do, like, at home. Like, kids can't do shit but play in the dollhouse, the science center, draw on a table, and like the slip and slide. But the slip and slide is so massive. I don't know. You can't. I don't even think you could fit that comfortably on a 30 by 20 lot. The slip and slide. So that's out the way. And then teenagers are basically adults that can't woohoo. That's literally, like, there's really no distinction between teenagers and adults in the game, except for the fact that teenagers just can't have kids, which maybe y'all can hate me or whatever, But like, I think there's already a mod for it, but again, I play on console. But like, let's get, why can't we have like teenage pregnancies and stuff like that in the game? Like, that would be add so much depth and so much drama to the game. Let's add some more drama to our game. The next thing, um, yeah, teenagers, young adults with no distinction except for woohooing and pregnancy. Um, we need funerals in this game. We do. I want funerals in this game. I don't know what kind of, I don't know if funerals should come in its own pack or if it should be a base game update. Like what I'm thinking of, like I would think you would need to pay for a pack. That's a lot to do for a free update. But with we need funerals in the game because I'm tired of my Sims dying of old age or whatever. And the only way that I can remember them, or the only way that, you know, like what happens to them after death is just that if they die on anything that's not like the solid ground on the earth, then they'll just die and turn into an urn. But if you move the urn to like solid earth, it turns into a gravestone. And you know, I shouldn't have to, when my Sims parents pass, go over to their house, collect their gravestones, and then try and make my own like custom graveyard a la Little Simsy and her legacy challenge is going on right now. I shouldn't have to do all that. We need to have regular funerals in the game, but just based on how the wedding pack went and how horrible that pack is, I don't really have any faith that they're gonna do a funeral pack right. Like my Sims won't even sit down during a wedding, and you expect them to sit down during a funeral? No. So we need some more funerals. I also think, can we get like some more? I know The Sims is like wacky. I know The Sims is like silly, but can we get some like more realistic ways for our Sims to die? Like the really only realistic way for your Sim to die is, you know, old age. And maybe if you consider anger, because you can pretend like when your Sim dies from getting too angry that they're having a heart attack or something like that, or a stroke. But like, can we have some more realistic ways to die? We don't have to say heart attack. We don't have to say stroke. We don't have to like give our Sims like cancer or something like that. But it's something a bit more like, you know, realistic. Like our Sims are getting sick or something like that. You know, like, yeah. Which brings me to another point. There are no consequences in this game, but I'll get into that when we get to the burglary part. We need some high school. We need some stuff for high school because high school is so boring in The Sims, and goes into more after school activities. But this is specifically for teenagers. So let's start with just stealing from university and having your Sims go into sports practices. And the thing is, sports practice don't have to be a live thing. So you can literally just add soccer practice, baseball practice. You could add basketball practice, swimming practice. Like they're on a swim team. Like you can just add that stuff into a menu, and your kids just leave when they get home from school. Like that. I think that'll be really, really easy. Like let's do something like that. We need to have a high school graduation because, at least the way I play my Sims game, is that I make my family, and in whatever world my family's living in, I delete every single Sim, and I delete every single lot, and I rebuild the world, and I add like right now my Sims family, the new quests, you can find them on the gallery at Sardonyx 13. They are living in Oasis Springs. I deleted every single lot. I deleted every single original townie, and I replaced it with all new lots that I downloaded from the gallery because I'm doing my own build save, but I'm not the best builder, so but I'm doing that. And when I put new Sims Mode, where everybody in Oasis Springs now is black. Like the land grabs are gone, Johnny Zest is gone, the roommates are gone, whatever other families that are important are gone. Like everyone's black now, so that's just how I play my games. But we need some high school graduations because again, the way I play, if my Sim's girlfriend or boyfriend ages up before them, then usually I'll just age my teenager up to age up with that person, especially if my teenager isn't going to age up for a long time. I'll just age, like, there's no incentive to stay a teenager the entire, like, 11 days, I think, in game that you can be a teenager. There's no incentive really to stay a teenager because you're doing basically the same things that you do as a child, school-wise. But then, like, just game-wise, you're basically a young adult. You just can't woohoo or get pregnant. That's literally the only difference. You can do literally everything. Anyway, we need different types of high schools in the game. So, there is a rumor or a leak. I don't really know. The Sims community has an article on it if anyone wants to go read it. On Twitter and on their website. But basically, they were talking about how the Sims sent out a survey, and one of the new expansion packs, there was a pack called High School. So we might be getting a high school expansion pack, which I will most definitely be buying. However, I am going to wait to see Lil Simsy and Plumbella play that game first. And I'm going to wait for the reviews because I learned my lesson with the wedding pack. I was just so excited for that pack that I just didn't look at anything. Gotta pay more attention to Sims Twitter. Anyway, we need different types of high schools. And I think we should have, like, you know how with university we have 2 different kinds of universities? I think we should have 4 or 5 different kinds of high schools. Like, hear me out. So, we have 2 public schools. And these will be, we have 2 public schools. And so, with the public schools, one public school, because I went to public school for high school, but my public school and where I went to high school was one of the top, is always in the top 5 high schools in DC. So one of the public schools can be like a really prestigious, well-known public school, because there are public schools that are prestigious. Let's not be classed up in this bitch. There are public schools that are prestigious, and there are public schools that are very well known that a lot of kids and people try and get into. I went to a public school that was like that. And then there could be a public school that's kind of like, like in the hood. Let's go to the hood in the game. Like it's kind of run down, not really the best. The quality of education really isn't the best. Which, by the way, if we do this, what I'm thinking, we have to completely overhaul the education system for teenagers. So yeah, this is really getting into like game or expansion pack territory. So yeah, it probably will be harder to get your grades up because the education or the quality of education isn't as good there. And then when your sim comes home, we'll get to that. So the next 2 schools we have are private school, and so we maybe have one private school that specializes in like sports and stuff. Like this private school, they are specializing. You want to get into the school in order to go to college to be an athlete or to get an athletic scholarship in college. And then we have like another private school that specializes in things like the arts and the sciences, like STEAM, that specialize in like STEAM and stuff like that. There are private schools that are like that. Let's do something like that. One like a preppy sports, something like what I'm thinking of is like St. John's High School in Maryland. Like that's a high school that's very like a very sports driven high school. And then something like a high school that I went to that was a performing arts high school, something like that, but if it was a private school. Oh, and then went back to the public schools. One of the public schools, or there should be an option in your game to have like uniforms for the public schools. That'd be really cool. So then the last type of school we have for high schoolers is like a military boarding school. So like, your teenager is being a badass, little kid and you can't take him anymore using it off the boarding school, you know. And this can be a school that teaches your that raises your teenagers ability in certain like skills, like maybe handiness, to go on to be like a mechanic or something, or like to be an electrician, like something like that. um but yeah, we need different kinds of high schools in the game. We need graduations, kind of like what they do in university. Except what I don't like about graduation in university is how you don't get to see your sim walk across the stage. You just sit outside for 3.5 hours in the game, and then your sim comes out and throws their cap up in the air, which I mean cute, but like, um, we need prom. That's a big part of high school. Again, another incentive for people who play like me to keep their teenage sims teenagers until it's time for them to move on to young adults. You know, like we need prom. That's such an important thing that you do in high school is prom or homecoming or just having a school dance. Um, school dances. We need some school sporting events. Have your sim playing in some sporting events that your sim's family and friends can attend. Um, yes, and then this could also be added into the schools pack, but I would really love an instruments stuff pack or game pack. I don't know if this would be like a stuff pack or a game pack territory, probably because of all the new animations, it'll be a game pack. But I would love an instrument stuff pack or a game pack, adding things like cellos, violas, trumpets, drums, bass, flutes, clarinets, like orchestra instruments. Like I'm like, oh my god, could you imagine like your Sims like rocking out, like they can form a band. Let's do that. Let's get an instruments pack and indie, so it's a big game pack. Let's get an instruments pack and it introduces a whole bunch of instruments to the game, and your sim and their friends who also play instruments, they can form a band. Now this pack will only work if they get it to fucking get up with the neighborhood stories bullshit. We've only had 2 updates in the past like year and a half, which I know they're basically having to rewrite the game in order to get this done. But like, I had pretty much given most of the Sims community had given up on neighborhood stories until, we got a surprise update and they're like, hey, surprise, like your Sims can like people outside of your household can have babies and stuff. Sorry, it's hot in here. They can have babies, they can go into work. They can leave, they can quit jobs, they can retire from jobs, they can die. And I think that's really, really good, but there are obviously some things that need to be tweaked with neighborhood stories. Like, people are right when they say, like, Sims are having kids like fucking rabbits. Like, I think, oh my god, like, the Goff household has, like, 6 kids. And I'm pretty sure if Mortimer dies before Bella becomes a elder, she might have like a 7th child. Like that's so crazy. Like that is so crazy. People are adopting kids and everything. Everyone's dying. Like when I first had neighborhood stories in my game, everyone was dying. And it's a good start. And originally I was like, oh, okay, people are going to have kids. I don't have to keep adding new families because people are going to be having kids and stuff. But it only works for the first generation because there's no attraction system in the game, so no one's booing up with each other past generation 1, and you're gonna have to just put new families in the game anyway. Anyway, we need an instruments pack. That would be really, really cool. Bands. We need open neighborhoods. I am well past the we need open worlds hive. I've left that. We need more. We just need open neighborhoods. That's just what we need. We just need open neighborhoods because there is no reason why I can't go next door. Like my Sims child can't go next door to their friend's house without having to go through 2 loading screens. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I can't go next door without having to go to a loading screen. Like my house is right there. We don't need to have an open. And again, this might not be able to ever happen because that would be a pretty big update. if that was to ever happen. Like, I would rather have that in The Sims 5 than The Sims 4 because everything else is already broken, and adding an update that big could destroy the game. So, but yeah, we need. I shouldn't have to go through a loading screen or two every time my sim wants to go to the park that's down the street from their house. That makes no sense. Um, Burglaries. Everyone was talking about burglaries, and originally I was like, I don't want a burglar coming against my house and steal my sim stuff. But like, I don't be like, that's drama. Like, imagine your sim is just up working at night, and a burglar comes to the house. You're gonna fight the burglar all with a knife in your kitchen. That's fun. That's drama. Let's add some drama. And burglaries come with another thing. No, there are no consequences in this game. Like, we have a whole police officer career, and you can go and patrol neighborhoods while you're at your job. You can go and patrol neighborhoods, and you can go and investigate crime scenes, and you can arrest people. But police don't patrol your neighborhood when you're not playing as the police officer. And if you get into a fight in the street, you can't get arrested. That makes no sense. You know, like, I think, like, if you can get arrested in this game, like, your sim legitimately gets arrested, and then there's a certain period of time, depending on how bad the crime is, that your sim is just completely unavailable to you, whether that be a few hours to like a few in-game days. I'm serious. I'm being so serious. And it would really add some depth to the criminal career. Cause like, you're just a criminal, and you can just tell people you're a criminal, and they're like, oh, it's cute. Like, no. Anyway, yeah, we need consequences in this game. Makes no sense. Um, well, this goes back to going about schools. If we could have a school lot type, that would be so cool. If you could build your Sims, like high school, or maybe this might maybe more of a Sims 5 thing, but like in the Sims 5, you have like your standard 2 universities, but then you also have in the back a third like university ground. And that's like a university that's for that you can build yourself. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be so cool. A school like that would be really, really cool, but then again, they would have to do high schools and refresh all of university. So that, again, this is more of a Sims 5 thing that I think that would happen. What? Oh, zoned. Okay. So I originally heard the idea on Amandab's channel when she was talking about The Sims, but she said that she saw somebody on Twitter. I saw it too, but this is like 2 years ago. We saw on Twitter where some guy made a concept of zoned lots, and basically what that means is that, think of it, if anyone plays City Skylines, you know how you can like light blue zoning is commercial zoning, light green is low density residential, dark green is high density residential, light teal is it's the office building zoning, and then like orange is industrial zoning. Like, like something like that in The Sims. Like, so like you can zone certain tiles, and that would be like a restaurant or like a shop, or like a business or something. So you zone like the tiles on the lot, and that's your commercial. And then like your restaurant or whatever, your Sims flower shop or your Sims clothing store or whatever. And then upstairs, a la apartment style, you have like the actual house. And the only way that I know of where a Sim can live at their restaurant is if you create a restaurant in the game, put living quarters on the top, and lock it for everybody else but your Sims, and just stay there instead of ever going back to your home lot. And that's a lot. That really is a lot. That's annoying. So zone lots would be really cool because imagine, like especially on the 64 by 64 lot, could you imagine like building like your own small like shopping center? Like you have a restaurant, like a clothing store, and then on the other side you have like some houses and stuff. That'd be so cool. So I think zone lot types would be really, really, really cool. Next, this is not going to be an update in The Sims 4 because every time we get an update to the goddamn base game, everyone always asks the same question. The Sim Guru will say, not this time, and that is babies not being objects in The Sims 4. Babies are just objects in The Sims 4. They're confined to just their crib, and that is it. And almost everybody I know who I watch play The Sims or who I know who talks about playing The Sims, nobody plays with babies. I've played with a baby maybe once the entire time I played The Sims 4. And I maybe played with the baby for like a day and a half. And now I was like, okay, well, this is getting boring. And just aged up into a toddler because, you know, toddlers offer so much more gameplay than babies do, which there's still some gameplay missing from toddlers. Like I just saw tweets today, like toddlers were eating out of pet bowls in The Sims 2. That's some shit a toddler would do in real life. Like let's anyway, yeah. We need some babies that are not objects in The Sims 5 because I don't think this is going to happen in The Sims 4. I don't think it's going to happen in The Sims 4. People have been asking for that ever since The Sims 4 came out in 2014. In 2 years, it'll be 10 years since The Sims 4 came out. Like, okay. Next. Some more, like, mundane chores. You know, like, imagine your Sim comes home from a hard day's work and they eat dinner. And then they have to retire for a couple of hours in their office to go and, like, write some bills out. You know, or just, like, sweeping. You know, like cleaning off dirty counters, sweeping. I would get Bust the Dust if Bust the Dust wasn't so fucking broken. Like Bust the Dust is so broken. Like, oh my god. Like, especially if you have like a mansion. How are you going to keep your mansion clean? How are my Sims who are actors living in their mega mansion supposed to keep their mansions clean? And Bust the Dust, your house gets dirty 10 seconds after you dust it. No. Yeah, we need some more mundane chores in this game. Like cutting, oh my god, cutting grass. Cutting grass. That would be so cool. If your Sims, like on the weekend, could just like cut grass. But then again, we would have to completely redesign how the environment works in The Sims, and that's just... Speaking of the environment, in The Sims 5, I would love, like, maybe this can come with seasons, or maybe it can be its own. Because that's the thing, though. Because you would think, like, if this pack needs to come with seasons, or it's gonna have to be a pack a la My First Pet stuff, where you have to have cats and dogs in order to get that game pack. Stuff pack, because I would love a natural disasters pack in the next game. Oh my god, could you imagine, like, depending on where you live so this is the thing. We can't have it to where we're having disasters in areas that make no sense. Like, you know, like Willow Creek is supposed to be a recreation of New Orleans. So in Willow Creek, we should not be having, you know, like forest fires and shit, you know, like in Oasis Springs, which is in the middle of a desert, we shouldn't be having hurricanes. We shouldn't be having tornadoes, at least not to the same degree as what you would probably see somewhere in the cats and dogs area, or like you know, we shouldn't be having earthquakes in the realm of Magic World, you know, let's think. You know, that'd be so cool when your Sims have to prepare. You can have a storm shelter mechanic, or, you know, like your Sims can die in a disaster. Like imagine a hurricane, and just for like 3 days straight, it's just raining. And then you have like a flooding mechanic. Oh my god, could you imagine a flooding mechanic? You know, like where if you don't prepare properly, or just if it rains too much in the game, it could cause a flood and like ruin your Sims houses. And wouldn't that be cool? I don't think that's ever going to happen in the game. That sounds like really 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 complicated. And then knowing the Sims and their track record, you would have like a tornado and hurricane. If you live in Willow Creek, you would have a tornado, hurricane, wildfire, earthquake, all happen back to back to back to back. Just knowing how the Sims game works. So that'd be shit. Next, concerts. Oh my gosh! Like when they had the concerts, over the summer last year, I think that was really really cool. But I would love some concerts that. This goes back to bands. Like if your Sims could create a band, and then this also goes back to bands, but this also could be like a Get Famous refresh, or like Get Famous in The Sims 5, where your Sim can get famous for singing or being a musician and go on tour. Like you can be in an orchestra and go on tour with the orchestra and put on a concert, or you could be a singer, like, and get famous. Like, why can't I be Beyonce and get famous? That makes no sense, you know. Which I guess part of that comes with like the singing skill. I'm so sure Kane would get together. I'm so sure singing that skill Kane would get together. Ask Lil Simsy, I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy. And that would be really, really cool that your Sims can put on concerts or be a part of concerts or just go to concerts. And then that'd be also be cool if we have like concert venues. Like each world has its own concert venues, and like you can make money, and like if you can go on like a flop tour if you have oh my god, you can go on a flop tour if you have a band, or you can go on like a massive stadium tour a la Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like come on, like let's add some fun, let's add some gameplay to the game, because we are lacking gameplay. You see how I'm giving you guys free ideas? But let's put this into Sims 5. Speaking of The Sims 5, we gotta steal some of these mods for Sims 5. I'm so sorry. MC Command Center, steal it. I'm sorry, pay whoever made MC Command Center a hefty sum of money and steal an MC Command Center and put it in the Sims 5. I'm so sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. Put MC Command Center in the game. Put the smaller cupcake machine mods that everyone has in the game. Let's pay people to create designs and fashion, because no one's doing cash like the modding community and the CC community is. Let's pay these people to make the clothes for the next game. Come on. I'm so tired of my Sims, especially if you only have base game. Your Sims look like fugly losers. Oh my god, we're just now getting good. Like I feel like we just started getting good casts with Eco Lifestyle, and everything since then, the cast has been excellent. The build buy mode has been excellent. Let's pay people who are in the modding and the CC community to make, oh my god, like modern kitchens. The concepts people have for the modern kitchens, the double ovens, the double oven with microwave stack on top, the tall cabinets you can put appliances in. Like, come on, let's pay these people, or your EA, steal it. I don't care. Steal it, because I'm tired. I'm so tired of watching everybody who has a PC who can go and get mods, who can go and get CC, and they're having fun. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. In The Sims 5, MC Command Center, we gotta steal. The smaller cupcake machines, we gotta steal. Cash from different cribs, we gotta steal. Or we gotta pay these people to get the stuff in the game. We do. Because this is crazy. Oh my gosh, we gotta steal this stuff. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry to all the creators. EA needs to steal it and put it in the game. Like, you know, why is the modding and the CC community doing more work than the troops? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, because now I'm getting heated. We need some more plants, like some more like growable plants in the game. Which goes back to my recipes. Which I can grow a cherry tree, but I can't make a cherry pie. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can grow, like, and also my problem with gardening and plants, stuff like that, is that a lot of the plants we have in the game, because, you know, Cottage Living added recipes. Like, recipes were in, like, if you don't have the ingredients, you either don't get the recipe, you don't get the food for free. Or if you had the Simple Living lot trait, which is my favorite lot type, or lot challenge of all time is the Simple Living. I love it. If you don't have the Simple Living lot challenge on, you can't make the food. And my thing is, like, there are so many foods in the game where they just don't serve a purpose in like recipes and stuff like that. Like, why is gardening and cooking so disconnected? Like, every single time I play The Sims, my Sims always have a home garden, and I have every single fruit and vegetable in the game growing in my home garden, so that I can have the ingredients to make my gumbo. That makes no sense. Like, we need some more. Like, I can grow a cherry tree, but I can't make cherry pie. You know, that makes no sense. Let's get some bananas. Let's get some oranges in the game. Oh my God, let's get some kiwi, some plums. You know, we have raspberries and blackberries and blueberries. Let's get some more fruits and vegetables, like squash and zucchini. Let's get some broccoli in the game. Like, oh my, we're missing broccoli? Oh my goodness. Like, you know, like, I think we need some more gardening plants to make some more recipes in this game, which goes back to my recipe menu idea. Just, you know, organization. Next. I already talked about this. A functioning jam on toast feature makes no sense. I can cook bread. I can make some blueberry and strawberry or apple jam. And unless I might be just doing something wrong, so tell me if I am. But I can't then have my sim take some jam out the jar and put it on the bread that we just baked and then eat it like that. They have to eat the jam. Who eats jam by itself? Nasty. I'm so sorry if you do. Nasty. Anyway, we need a functioning feature for that. Spiral staircases, I don't think this is gonna happen in The Sims 4 because everything on The Sims 4 is designed on a grid, and if you were to do spiral staircases, you would have to just completely rework the grid system in The Sims 4, which, you know, it's a game, it's not real life, so, that would be a really cool thing in The Sims 5, just speaking about spiral staircases, is being able to basically, what I call free form building. And basically what free form building is, it's like you don't have to follow a grid. You don't snap to the grid at all when you build. You can still use the grid as like a guide or anything, but you can build straight walls. You can build diagonal walls, but here's the kicker. You can have curved walls, like in those modern houses in the mountains where it's just like a big circle in the front with windows. Like, you can have something like that. I think that'd be really, really cool. But then you would have to completely rework the way doors, windows, and stairs interact with the walls. And I think that's going to be really, really difficult. I don't know the Sims team, not if they have the talent. I think they have the talent. It's EA, that monstrous company, will give them the resources to pull something like that off, to pull anything on this list off. If EA will just give them the Sims team is making this EA so much money, but I'm gonna make a video about EA because EA has effectively ruined two of my favorite games of all time. Two, The Sims 4 and Star Wars Battlefront. So EA, I'm coming for your ass in a bit. Next, the ability to add small cosmetic things to houses. So what I mean by that is, like, like a functioning light switch, you just place it on the wall somewhere and you click it and your sim will either go and flick it on, or your sim will just, you know, like the remote or whatever, or you just click it and turn on the light, it'll just turn it automatically. That'd be really, really cool. Air vents, you know, like being able to, the air vents don't have to work, but you can just add air vents around the house and make things just look a bit more realistic, whether they be on the walls, at the top, or on the roof, or on the ground. That'd be really, really cool. Mouse holes, I don't know if we have mouse holes. I'm so sure City Living added all that dingy ass wallpaper, but I don't, and decals that goes in the walls, but I don't know if we have like mouse holes. So correct me if I'm wrong, like mouse holes or like animal holes, whatever would be really, really cool, and plugs. So you put your Sims like gaming setup up in the corner of their room, right? And then you add like a plug. So again, they don't have to have wires connecting the game system into the walls. I think it would be really cool if you did that. And then you have the plugs lining up. It'd be really, really cool. Next, we need some more modular options. I love having modular options in the game. So basically just like in Dream Home Decor, where we were able to build our own couches, like you have different pieces of a sofa and you can put them in whatever kind of order, whatever kind of way you want to make your own custom couch. And how we have like custom cabinets and, you know, custom shelving and stuff. So like if you want to like frame this flat screen TV in your Sims Mega Mansion, you can make your own like at home like movie system and stuff. Like I think that'd be really cool just to have some more modular stuff, like being able to beds and stuff. But here's what let's dive deep into modular. So this wouldn't be a thing until The Sims 5, because if we did this in The Sims 4, we would have to completely redo every single thing in CAS, like ever, for like beds and couches and shit. So here's the thing, in The Sims 5, when you click on the bed, you have a bed frame option. And so you put down the bed frame that you want, then you put down the type of mattress that you want. Or maybe, because the mattress might not matter, I don't know, the bed frame and the mattress, or you'll put down first. Then you'll put down what kind of sheets you want to put down on the bed. Then you'll put down the covers. Then you'll put down if you want pillows on the bed or not. And where on the bed you want pillows and stuff like that. You know, like, that'll be really cool. And you do the exact same thing with couches. Like if you put down like just a regular couch with nothing on it, you can choose to add pillows and cushions and stuff like that if you want. I think that'd be really cool. And then again, this is more Black culture in the game. Just more Black culture in the game. I'm tired. I'm very tired. We need some more Black culture in this game. Hairstyles, food, a pack or something, you know, like everybody else is getting something except for Black people. They gave us skin tones 2 years ago and thought that was enough for the darkies, but you know, it's not enough for me. Next, the last thing I have on my list, and I'm pretty sure I can add more, but this video is already about to be an hour long. We need to update the style influencer clothing like immediately. That clothing is so ugly. I don't know what it looks like on the men, but on the women or feminine framed Sims bodies, the clothing options for that career is disgusting. My Sim is a fashionista and she looks like she's going to a Y2K convention. And even the outfits they're wearing will be ugly to a Y2K convention. Like the Y2K outfits are still cute. They're just a bit outdated, but they're still cute. They're still fashionable. My Sim's like a hot mess going into her career, and she's supposed to be a fashionista. My Sim is a celebrity fashionista, and she's wearing that outside with paparazzi at her doorstep. No, that makes no sense. So yeah, this is everything I want to see in The Sims 4 / The Sims 5, but pretty much everything that I've said here needs to be put in The Sims 5, and you know, yeah, everything here is pretty much, I think, is going to be going in The Sims 5, or I think should be in The Sims 5. I think maybe like a third of this list, I can see. Some more foods, the hairstyles, the Black hairstyles, some more casts, the pack refreshes, because they're doing the pack refreshes, the makeup overhaul, some more activities for the kids and teenagers, the funerals game pack, maybe some more high school activities, burglaries being added, mundane chores, gardening, plants, a functioning gym and toast feature, cosmetics to the house, and more modular options. And update. Like, I think a good half of this list can be put in The Sims 4. My only problem with The Sims 4 is that The Sims 4 is already so overloaded with content. Like, I'm pretty sure now in America, if you was to tally up how much the entire game costs, the base game plus, you know, all the packs and everything, I'm pretty sure it's over $1,000 at this point. And now we have like 11 kits, and kits were just introduced a year and a half ago. Oh my god. But yeah, this is everything that I want to see in The Sims 4 and The Sims 5. EA, again, we gotta steal some of the stuff from these modders and CC people. I'm so sorry, like we do. Because we do. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. And then, you know, leave some comments down on what you want me to talk about next. I think I've figured out an upload schedule. I think the reason it took me so long to upload because I was just feeling lazy. But if I want the algorithm to start picking me up so I can get some more subscribers, I gotta like post more or post more consistently. So I'm thinking of posting 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm thinking of posting videos on Tuesdays, not Tuesdays and Thursdays, yuck. Like maybe Tuesdays and Fridays or Tuesdays and Saturdays, posting like 2 videos a week, and hopefully I'll have things to talk about 2 times a week because, but yeah, that's my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so the algorithm can pick me up so we can pay for this college tuition. And I will see you all later. Bye, y'all.